See whitecaps in the water, a little bit of wind making it its way into this cove. So I think it's time to start sailing over to Malta. 3-day passage. It's kind of tempting to stop in Sicily just to get some good food, but Malta's got good food too. I'll start off 4.5 knots, off to a good start. Just the right amount of wind. Kind of going upwind right now, but I think hopefully it'll clock around because that's supposed to be a downwind passage. And I was thinking that maybe I just fly the spinnaker most of the way in that case. But right now I guess we're got the mainsail and jib up. Good combo. And then the swell's not too much swell, so pretty good. So as I sailed away from the island, I got some cell signal. And I started uploading a YouTube video and also downloaded my podcasts. Got some LeVar Burton reads and some other like crime podcast thing or something. And a few YouTube videos downloaded. So I got 3 days. I think I got enough stuff to entertain me. I got my book I still got to finish. I think I need a nap though. I'm debating if I want to have lunch first. Sometimes I like to have lunch and then I have a nap. And that's just like, lunch is my favorite meal because I feel like it's the only meal you can like take a nap right after. I played around with the sails a little bit and got us up to 6.3 knots. That's pretty good. I gotta beat, I want to get there in less than 3 days. That would be pretty cool. So I gotta do over 100 miles every day. That's the goal. I'm gonna try to learn to spin a little volleyball or whatever I found on the beach on my finger. Got 3 days. I gotta at least be able to improve over this.
Learning how to spin the ball upon my finger while sailing through the Mediterranean's lingering with determination strong and spirit untamed. I set out on a voyage like a bullet chain across the open waves.
It's midnight and we've slowed down to 3 knots. Normally I'd be fine with that, but I think I'm gonna set the spinnaker because I really wanna keep the speed up. I feel like the wind might die later. Might as well put it up now. But I don't want to put it up at night really, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Conflicting thoughts here. Well, that went about as bad as I kind of predicted, but eventually I got it up and untangled. Had about 100 twists in it. Had to take it all the way back down. And I'm not sure if that guy has any speed. Maybe a little bit. Hey, there's the moon. Feel like the moon's got a pepper bar. The stars are awesome tonight. You can actually see them. Wow. Sweet. Well, I am glad I put the spinnaker up because I think that it's going to help us carry our speed through the night. And if we lose it, if we get too far behind, we're going to lose the wind. We need to keep a certain speed, otherwise we're going to get into like a pocket without wind and it's not going to come back for a long time. I decided I earned myself late night eggs and ramen. Yummy. Start with the eggs. I always boil 4 at a time because I think it takes the same amount of energy to boil 4 as it does to do 1. Ugh, I just had to get up and take the spinnaker down. It's a wet mess now. Look at this. It's a wet mess, this pile. And the wind got a little strong overnight. Wasn't supposed to, but that's good. We're moving now with just the jib and the mainsail. All right, next morning, day number 2. I put the spinnaker away at like 3 a.m. or something last night. And but this morning it's back out because wind lightened up again. We're doing probably maybe 4 knots. Not too bad. A little bit overcast, but it's pretty good sailing so far. So I put the mainsail down because it was kind of blocking the jib, but now we got to deal with the rocking motion. And I really don't want to put it back up again. Having trouble with the sail slides. They're not sliding in the track very well. I think I might need to put the sail slides from my old mainsail on this new sail, see if that helps, because those slid much better. Well, a bit of a twist. The wind died down and now we're putting that spinnaker right back up again. foot up. Frickin' A. Got the preventer out and the whisker all on the wrong side. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Oh, poor little bird. Come on, little bird. You can come here. Oh, it's so tired. All right, I'm starting to see a few little white caps, and autopilot and wind vane are having trouble steering the spinnaker. Apparently I'm having trouble too. So we're gonna bring it in, set up the camera over here, catch it. The goal is to try to not get it wet. It's dry now. Alright, easy peasy. Alright, we're gearing up for bedtime. And it's been an okay day of sailing. A lot of it with the spinnaker. Would like to go a little faster, but okay, not too bad. Wind finally started picking up, so I had to take the spinnaker down. And it was kind of sad because we were finally doing like 5 knots, but the waves are starting to build and just didn't want to have to deal with it in the middle of the night. But now we're doing 4 knots, maybe 3.8 to 4 knots. So that's okay. And but I did switch to the wind vane, and we're doing like kind of a serpentine course now. So you can see with the wind vane, it's much more. It varies. Can you see the wind vane course? Yeah, you can see the wiggles in the course. But I don't have to listen to the that motor noise. Now I gotta listen to the squeaky pulley of the wind vane instead. But the waves are going to keep building overnight, so we should have some 6-foot waves tomorrow. which means usually you get some waves that are like 10 feet, so they could be kind of big. Not that big, but kind of big. And then the wind will start picking up even more tomorrow, and just kind of maybe eventually tomorrow we'll put the mainsail down and just do with the jib. That will help the boat steer even better, so it won't be quite as wiggly. But right now I don't think we have quite enough wind to justify dropping the main. We're wing on wing right now. One sail on one side, one sail on the other side. All right, start of day number 3. We have 130 miles left, which I think we could do in like 24 hours actually, at this speed we've been going. Very rolly. Days like these make me wish I had a multi-hull. But we're going fast, which is good. I'm sure we can come across on camera how much we're rolling left and right. Yeah, we're going wing on wing. Sails out nice and full. About maybe 17 knots of wind. And maybe more like 15. But it should build up to 20 over the next 24 hours. 20, probably gusting to high 20s, 25, something like that. And at some point we're gonna need to at least reef the mainsail. If not, just switch only to jib. But I still think we can keep the main up for a little bit longer. I think I might wait until this evening before dark, then I'll put the mainsail away. I've been exceptionally well stocked on food this passage. Even the refrigerator is still mostly full. The only thing is I finished my last banana this morning, and I don't know why, but like I got the biggest bunch of bananas they had, and as she was weighing them, I thought, maybe I should get a second bunch of bananas. Could be a lot of days out there. Then I was like, no, 2 bunches of bananas, that's too much. But sure enough, it wasn't enough bananas. I've been kind of rationing them. And I guess partly because they didn't have any other fruit. All the other fruit looked kind of rotten at the grocery store in Vasiliki, so I went to. So I should have gotten more bananas. But other than that, lots of good food this trip. So I think it will last 24 hours if I don't go on a crazy binge in the next few hours. That's an interesting bird. Probably got blown offshore, or a migrating bird that isn't gonna make it. I suppose if it can hold on for 24 hours up there, it might enjoy a new life in Malta. I hope it makes it though. I hope that bird makes it. I won't bother it. I'll try not to scare it off. That one yesterday, I put a little bowl of water out there and it scared it away. I just got a whole video edited. It was a 30-minute one, so that was pretty nice. Feels good to get something accomplished. It's funny, like editing these videos is like, it's never what I want to do. I never feel like sitting down and just editing the video. But once I start, it's like, oh, no problem. I really enjoy it. I like looking back at the footage, and it's like time goes by quick. It feels satisfying when I finish it. I kind of actually enjoy doing it sometimes once I start, but like I can never make myself start. I suppose it's probably because there's every once in a while, maybe like 1 in 5 videos, like really difficult to edit because it's got like, usually when they're not just the classic like sailing video, point A to point B, and then like a montage when they get there. That's kind of my formula. It makes it really easy to edit a video. But if it has like an interview or like something unusual, or it's like a not a sailing video, those are the ones. Well, for one, nobody really ends up watching those videos as much. And 2, they're like 3 times or 5 times as hard for me to edit because it's not just my simple formula. The snack I've been liking is get some bologna, and then put some mustard in the middle of it there. Got a line of mustard on there, and then just roll it on up. And that's a tasty treat. Perfect. I just watched a video about NASA launched a spaceship with like a solar sail, and it was saying like how it could just use the particles of light from the sun or a laser, and it could be used for interstellar travel. But it had to be super lightweight, like only a few grams. But that's pretty cool. It's like sailing on the water or in space. You can do it. You can do it. All right, spinnaker is back up. Now we're up to 7 knots. Gosh darn it. Open up. It was not easy this time. I feel like I get worse and worse at this every time. Okay, so I need to tighten this up a bit. And I got the jib sheet all tangled up. There's just too many lines on this boat, you know? It's too much. And the wind vane is swerving all over the place. I need to tighten up the tiller somehow. Whatever, I'll just hand steer for a little bit. It's kind of fun with the spinnaker. Absolutely flying along now, doing 7 knots. I've seen it hit 8 a few times and even 9 knots once. I only surfed down a pretty good sized wave, and it's fun hand steering, or I guess leg steering. And we'll get there in less than 24 hours now, probably 4 o'clock tomorrow if it holds up. The wind's gotten a little lighter than the forecast, so hopefully we'll get cell signal sometime tonight. Or early tomorrow I can get a new forecast so I can see what's going on. Our forecast is a few days old because I'm only using cellular for my weather at the moment. Most of the Mediterranean has cell coverage, it seems like, so it hasn't been worth getting a satellite plan. Might look into Starlink when I do the South Pacific in a couple years, but for now I don't think it really makes sense. Liquid propane powered ship. Huh. Interesting color for it too. Our little bird friend ran away when I went to adjust the preventer. Flew away. Well, hopefully he makes it. I like to think he just needed a break, and it's on his way to someplace. There we are. Another day of sailing. This should be the last night of this passage. Only 75 nautical miles to go, and we're lasting along at 5.9 knots. That's speed, right? Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, we should get there pretty sometime tomorrow afternoon. And it's been a long one, but I think it went pretty well. I think I've stayed pretty productive. And but I'm looking forward to getting to Malta. Walking on land for a little bit, and I'll probably haul the boat out. Maybe I might cruise around there for a few weeks, then haul out, and then I'm gonna go explore, do some more land-based exploring for just a month or so, and then we'll finish this sailing season. Ugh, we just had a crash jibe, and I had the preventer out, so I had to release it, and then I just took down the mainsail. We're still doing 5.2 knots, so didn't even need the mainsail. And I think this boat's steering a lot straighter now because I'm using the wind vane. And it's still kind of meandering, doing serpentine back and forth, but not as, at least it's not like, I don't know, going as crazy. But I got pretty mad. I was yelling and stuff and trying to get because what happened was when I let it come back across, when I released the preventer, I had the main sheet open too, and the main sheet slipped out of the clutch, and it came all the way undone, and I had to go forward twice, once to lower the sail, and another time to rerun the whole main sheet forward to the mast and back, and it was stressing me out because the wind vane wasn't doing a good job steering and kept turning us back in the wind, and everything was flapping. It just made me mad and frustrated. But now it's all good. Everything seems happy. Boat's sailing much better. So I think I can sleep better tonight. And just knowing what we're doing is still good speed. And if the wind picks up more, this is like, I can just throw in a little bit of jib, but we're all set up, all configured, so no more going forward at least. I just went to log my this passage here, and I just realized I have 719 days at sea, so I'm just 1 day shy of the sea day requirement for the U.S. Coast Guard captain license. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to go through all the hassle of doing that, but maybe one day. At least I got the sea time now. Finally see land. We're 4 miles away. I was wondering when I'd be able to see it. Also finally got cell signal too. I was expecting to get that sooner than 4 miles. Kind of gloomy weather here, but I think I found a couple anchorages to keep us out of the swell just around this cape here. Okay, here's option 1. Not too bad. A little tight. Might go around like option 2. You can always come back. We got 23 feet of water. A little close to the rocks though. Here we are. It's an empty mooring field. And 15 feet of water. That's awesome. 13 feet, perfect. I got 100 feet of line out, so shouldn't go anywhere. Looked like sand and rock bottom. Turn that off. I'm gonna put the spinnaker away and get some my rain boots and rain jacket. And we go walk around on shore, even though it's gonna rain. I gotta get off this boat. But we did, how far? 288 plus 58 nautical miles. So, pretty good trip. In just about a little over 3 days. So I was looking forward to using this motor but when I charge it, it started smoking and got really hot. That kind of noise. I just rode ashore, and it would have been nice to have that motor. It was very windy today, even though it wasn't very far. Ah, it feels so good to be on land after I think that was like 4 or 5 days on the boat. I did get off for a little bit at that Greek island, but still, a lot of sailing.